Hello guys, welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley Reddit review. Let's see what's happening in the last couple of days. I named this room Storage, and now when I interact with it, the game treats it like the room itself is a storage chest. What do I do? Wait, what? Open storage. I have to test this. Okay, so you're telling me if I make a room and I name it storage, and let's make it, I don't know, 8 by 8, 6 by, let's start with 6 by 6. I can always expand it. If I name a room storage and now I try to open it, okay, I don't get it. I tried changing the name and size of the room and nothing seems to work. Pressing E just brings me to the storage screen like the second image. That didn't work for me. How is this possible? You actually... The audacity to be small storage too. What on earth? I don't know, but that's hilarious. How does this even happen? I want to replicate this so badly. Guys, if you have the same glitch, please let me know how to replicate it. I would love to have a door that is a chest. Honestly, if it was a large chest, I would love it more. But small chest is fine too. It's a. I just realized. Never mind. Let's just move on. We're off to see the wizard. Is that a submission for a Dreamsnap? Ah, you got the Wally with the boot. I tried to get him to do this in confined space, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do this pose, and yet you managed to do this with Wally. I mean, I do get. It took me a while, but I did get it. It's funny. I just hope other people get it, because so far, images with hidden references and like double meaning have not been doing well. So I hope you break that rule. They didn't realize we would want borders so much. I was reading an interview and DDLV stated they were surprised that we would want the borders so much, but they look so much better with borders. I'm going to replace all my paths eventually. Even Little Safari looks better. I agree. There is not many reasons to use the paths without boards. Like, very few use case scenarios without boards, and I'm definitely going to replace most of mine with this as well. I just wish now we had a way to make them connect, because if you want to have a path that connects to another main path with like a different kind of pattern, it just looks weird. I just want to be able to connect them somehow. So spooky. Wait, that's what it does? I've never placed the organ before, but now I cannot wait to place it. If that's what it does, the animation of little ghosts, that is incredible. What do you think will be in the next roadmap? Now, that's a good question. I am checking Twitter or any other social media of Disney Dreamlight Valley every day, hoping for the new updated roadmap, because we already completed June, summer, September, late 2023. I'm assuming it's going to be next update, so probably, I would guess, December at the very least, potentially even... No, it has to be... So it still has to be this year, so my guess is December for the update. New characters, new frontiers, which means potentially new biome. New chapter. More multiplayer features. New royal tool. So many cool things. Like, the next update is going to be the biggest update probably of all times. And I'm expecting lots of quality of life changes in that update as well. And I'm so looking so much for the next roadmap. But now I'm starting to realize, technically this didn't happen yet, so maybe we're not gonna get new roadmap before this update arrives, but we will hopefully get a lot of hints on their social media. And if I spot a hint, make sure to tune on my channel, because I'm gonna be spying everywhere and trying to find any mention of anything that's coming to the game soon. So I'll be here to inform you of any new details. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're trying to get to 24,000 subscribers. It's gonna mean a lot. And by the way, if you're wondering what is the new royal tool gonna be, I'm 90% sure it's gonna be to catch bugs. I don't know why. I just can't imagine anything else. It's like, what else can you possibly maybe I don't know. I think it's gonna be a bug net. That's my guess. Let me know what you think in the comments. Wally's Farmer Market. I keep forgetting. I want to use the custom carpets so badly to make like a wooden surface. Like this looks gorgeous, but you do get absolutely destroyed for using Touch of Magic, because whenever you try to make a Dream Snap, if your rug is slightly in the not even in the view, but if you're making a picture in a forest and the line of sight kind of has another rug 10 biomes away, it will not let you submit it. And I don't want to keep moving my things around to be able to submit Dream Snaps every week. So that's why I'm kind of staying away from using Touch of Magic in my valley. So annoying. I hope they figure it out how to not allow Touch of Magic in the Dream Snap submissions. I don't know, just make it invisible. That would be a good solution. If somebody used Touch of Magic item, just don't count it and just make it invisible in the photo. That means if it's somewhere far away, it's not going to make a difference. And you're going to make sure there's no Touch of Magic in the image. Easy, problem solved. Take notes. Disney Dreamlight Valley, thank you very much. Vanessa's mirror has Ursula's reflection. Yep, we already saw that in the previous one. Now we can actually see this. This is so cool. Such a cool reference. He's out of his shop. Oh! And he's sitting on an egg, and he looks like he's enjoying it. Look at this face. This is exactly how I imagine the face of a man who's sitting on an egg would look like. Yeah, sometimes he does leave the shop. Sometimes. I don't know when and how. Maybe if you hang out with him and then you stop hanging out with him, he's probably gonna roam around a little bit until you teleport or go inside the building. That's my guess. No, the way he looks around to see if anyone is looking. Wait. I haven't seen this interaction. Also, you have roses. That's right. You can actually place them down. There is a use for roses. Just place them down and they look incredible inside the grass. Wow, this is such a good idea. That is such a good idea. Yo, someone called it Jolly Green Giant because half of my trees just turned into broccoli. What on earth? Oh my god, that would be such a cool opportunity for a Dream Snap. I always wish that some of these visual glitches would happen to me. And I would just whip my camera out and take advantage and just make a Dream Snap look like something insane. Like, imagine your full submission. Just build it around your green trees. And everybody who's going to look at it going to be like, wow, and vote for it. That's how it works, I think. This really, really annoys me. Same. It's impossible to center the Scrooge store with any kind of path. You cannot have a path leading into the Scrooge store. I tried it before, so I had to do completely different. It's annoying how it's one square. Like, if it was one square wider, it would be possible, or more narrow. As is, it's just impossible to center it with a path, no matter how hard you try. I'm sorry, I went through the same. I feel your pain. Redecorated my plaza. Oh, yes. Oh, I love this look. The shading, the trees. One day I'm gonna tear my plaza down and build a new, better plaza from the scratch. It's gonna be beautiful. How did you get inside? What? Critter inside? Fascinating. That's a good question. Wait, how does this happen? This could have been a perfectly timed bug for the critter Dreamsnap if it happened last week. Oh my god, imagine a Dreamsnap photo with a critter inside? I mean, it's still not gonna let you take a photo probably with a pose, but at least maybe you could have it as a critter just running around. That would be cool, but I'm sure most people wouldn't even pay attention and realize how weird it is. It was today years old when I discovered this was a functional crafting table. Has been sitting here in my valley for months. This is so hilarious because every single Disney Dreamlight Valley YouTuber was in a fierce battle to get this table. Like me, Jade, Tinker Lily, Kato, we were all like fighting to finally get this table, and I think Jade was the last one. I don't know if I was... I don't think I was the first. I was somewhere in the middle, but we all were refreshing just to get this as a crafting table, and some people had it for months and didn't even realize the treasure they possessed. That's so hilarious to me. Random people's dream snaps shouldn't be making you this angry. I can't believe the amount of rude, deeply angry rants I have seen on the sub recently. This is a Disney game aimed for children to be able to play. Why are you so upset that people didn't style their dream snap the exact way you think it should be done? Like, I get complaining about little annoyances, but making entire rants about someone else's design that doesn't affect you at all? Like, someone didn't include their critter in their picture. Did it ever occur to you that some people didn't know how? My 8-year-old cousin plays this game and she read Decor Challenge, designed a whole bedroom for her critter, just to find out you can't take a picture with them indoors. She submitted a picture of the bedroom anyways because she was proud of her design. It annoys me to read dozens of you saying you could close the entire game down so you didn't have to vote for the design without a critter. Some people may not have understood everything, but they still put time and effort into the designs, even if it's not the way you wanted it. This is a very interesting topic. This is a very interesting conversation. I never thought about it, and I was voting, and like almost every time, every challenge, there's a lot of pictures that just don't fit the theme, and we always assume that it's because people just didn't want to put in effort and were just lazy. But what if there's other reasons? For example, what if for this particular challenge, there was a lot of endorsed photos. Some people maybe knew and didn't realize that you couldn't put a critter inside. Like, I didn't know until I started doing dream snaps because I never needed to take a photo with a critter inside. So if this was my first dream snap, I would most likely make the same mistake. And especially people who just play on their own and don't watch streams or don't hang out on social media, see other people's works. Like, there's a lot of people. There's a huge chunk of people who play this game, probably more than half, that are completely cut out from the social aspect of it. That they do not watch videos, they do not read any social media posts. They just play in their free time, and they're not aware of a lot of things in the game, probably. And it's fine. And I guess, like, those people might just not even be aware that there is certain standards that people expecting. Like, for example, taking selfies for the outfits. Yeah, I know everybody's complaining about it every single time. But what if there is a large portion of people who don't even know that people think it's wrong? Maybe they just... And they get, like, surprised. Why are they getting low results? It's totally possible. It's totally possible. That's why I stopped recently. I'm, like, very rarely would skip a picture. I will only... So there's two main criteria that I use. First, it has to fit the theme. And second, it has to be, like, It has to have some effort to be put into it. So this is two main criteria. And before, I would not vote for a picture if it didn't have at least one of those. Now, if it has at least one of those, I will still consider it for voting. Let's say, for example, in the critter challenge, I would not see a critter on the picture, but I would see something that was clearly inspired by a critter. For example, a cardboard cutout with a critter, or maybe like a wallpaper with a Pua pattern, or something like Lion King related, which was clearly inspired by a critter. I would still vote for it if I see that person put a lot of effort. In the end of the day, I don't like. Why would somebody put a lot of effort in their submission? In the end, like on purpose, not fitting the theme. So is it really fair to not like to deprive people of the vote, even if they put a lot of effort, even though it wasn't fully like maybe 100% connected to the theme? So that's why I kind of lowered my standards for the pictures. I would skip only in the situations where both images completely, like, don't even give me a hint of the current theme, and both of them have obviously put very little or no effort in their submissions at all. Only in that case I would skip anymore. I feel like if they put some effort, even if it didn't fit the theme, there could be many reasons why. Maybe they had different understanding of the theme, which is fine. That's the beauty of the challenge. The effort for me now is more important, not more important. Like, obviously, if I have a picture that has put effort and fit the theme, and the other one also put effort but didn't fit the theme, obviously I'm going to vote for the one that fit the theme. But if, for example, if I see the picture that did have a critter, of a person with a critter standing in front of a rock, that's the whole submission. Or if I had the person without a critter, but with a beautiful scene in their dream snap that clearly took a lot of effort, and like I can see maybe potentially being inspired by a certain critter design, even though it doesn't have a critter in it, I will still vote for the picture that had more effort put into it, even though it didn't fit the theme. Anyway, it's very tough. It's very tough. I'm just saying that sometimes if you don't think the image fits the theme. Oh, okay, it's not me saying, it's the person Stargazer saying. And I started moving into that direction, but this post actually convinced me that is a valid point. We all have different interpretations of each challenge, and like it technically didn't say anywhere that the picture has to include the critter. It's just easy to assume that it's named Critter Love, so it has to have a critter. But technically, the challenge was to create something inspired by the critter. So you could argue that anything could be inspired by the critter. And even though having critter is like a big point of it, I still think you can have a beautiful submission for this week without a critter. So I don't know. That's just a little bit of thoughts. What do you feel? What do you think about this post and the whole topic in general? I've seen comments, people saying they skipped more than half of their submissions of the voting because they didn't see any critters. But you probably skipped a few really, really good submissions that were inspired by the critters, and the person just had a different interpretation of the challenge and doesn't follow social media to see what people actually expect in the challenges. So something to think about it. Let's have a discussion in the comments. I'm still undecided. I still think that like it has to. It was just such a vague topic. Like, for example, for the kitchen, like the kitchen is such an easy topic to follow. It has to have a kitchen, right? So most of the images in that submission were kitchens, but in this one, something inspired by a critter, it's a little bit vague. I can see how some people could have taken it as like it doesn't have to include the critter, but it has to be inspired by it. So I don't know. It's a very tough topic because everybody has their own interpretation, and even though I agree that for me it just sounds obvious that the Critter Love challenge needs to have a critter in it, it technically wasn't a requirement. So is it right for me to just dismiss other people who like actually didn't think the same way that I did? I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Wow, this was this was a very controversial topic. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what you guys think about this. Maybe we should just be a little bit less harsh on the submissions and maybe give them a little bit more of a chance. You never know who's on the other side of the game submitted that image and what motivations or reasons they had for the pictures. So maybe we should skip less images. Maybe we should be more generous with the voting. That's just something to think about. Thank you so much, everybody, for supporting this channel. You guys are awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Holy, that's a long video. All right, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.